Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your reading. So, Taurus, we're going to be looking at the messages that you need to know at this present moment in time. As always, I always remind you to take what is resonating with you, leaving behind anything that is not for you. So, Taurus, the divine is coming in with a message about balance. Okay, this message is all about you taking care of yourself. This energy is all about you understanding that you give, you give, you give. Sometimes way too much. You always put people ahead of your needs. And then what happens? Sometimes you start doing things for other people with resentment. The divine is saying to you, it is important for you to always make sure that you are remembering that you are important. And the divine wants you to remember this one thing. When you are on an aeroplane, for instance, the flight attendant always comes and says, hey, when you put your life jacket on, you need to put your life jacket on first. It doesn't matter whether you've got a newborn baby. It doesn't matter whether you've got children, your elderly parents, whatever. You have to put on your life jacket first. It is absolutely not a bargaining thing. It is not like, no, my parents need me, my child needs me, the same as you. The divine is saying, put your life jacket on first. Take care of yourself first before you start taking care of other people. Because just as that flight attendant tells you to put your life jacket on first, it's because it is important. If you are drowning, if you're in trouble, you are not capable of helping other people. Not only do you put yourself in danger, you also put other people in danger. So the divine is saying it is important for you to understand that you, Taurus, are not being selfish by putting your needs first. You are not being selfish by taking care of yourself first. Understand that this is absolutely important. The divine is even saying to you, go and listen to that reading again. Okay, because there is a need of a penny dropping and for you to truly understand why that message was there. When you keep on showing up for other people, when you keep on putting other people first, eventually you are going to burn out because your energy is going to be out of balance. Eventually you are going to be resentful of doing things for other people. Then what type of giving energy is that? If your cup is empty, don't give. Look after yourself and make sure that you're always putting yourself first. It is not selfish, okay? The divine is like, really, for many of you, you really need to understand that message on a deeper level, because literally this is going to be a key that is going to be catapulting you forward into your next big breakthrough. Okay, it literally is. The way that you show up for other people, the way you put other people first is blocking you gaining something. You gaining the recognition, you gaining the victory, you gaining the success. When you put other people first, it stops you going forward, because it shows the divine, it shows the world, and it shows the balancing energy of what keeps everything balanced in this world. That you don't have enough faith, not only in yourself, but you don't have enough faith in the divine taking care of other people, in the divine showing up for other people. You almost feel like you have to be the superhero. Is having that savior complex, and the divine is saying, put that savior complex to one side, show up for yourself, look after yourself, and you are absolutely gonna see that suddenly the victories, the recognition is going to start coming in towards you, okay? The next card that we have is talking about tapping in to your force, the force that is within you. Again, there's a sense of balance that is here, being sensitive and strong at the same time. The divine is saying that you can be sensitive for other people's troubles. You can show up and show sensitivity to whatever other people are experiencing. But remember, you're putting yourself first. So suddenly you are not offering to do this and that for other people when they are capable of doing it for themselves. You find ways of pouring into them if it is the right thing to do. You find a way of reminding them that they are strong. You show them what they can do for themselves. You don't put your superhero cape on and start rescuing people, because what happens is you are teaching people to not trust themselves. You are literally disarming some people, and then they're going to be overly relying on you. And then when they're overly relying on you, you're going to be feeling that resentment growing. So again, the divine is saying, be sensitive, be strong, have boundaries in place. But it doesn't mean that you are rejecting other people. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person. Just as you are being told to tap in the force that is within you, you are going to be empowering other people to also tap into the force that is within them, so that they can show up strongly for themselves and not relying on you all the time. Okay, the divine is saying that for someone out there, you truly need to hear this message, because again, it is going to be liberating you. The next card that we have our wisdom of the Magick, and this is all about mental clarity. There is this sense of, there's like a really interesting type of energy that is here, where some of you don't have the mental clarity. You have the wisdom of knowing what I've already told you. You know about this. You know about not pouring into other people's cup when your cup is empty. But somehow, when it is time for you to actually put these principles into practice, suddenly you're not able to do so. So the divine is saying that you are wise. Use that wisdom. Don't step into this energy of the number 5, where you're allowing yourself to fall into chaos, where you're allowing yourself to end up in situations that are just to your detriment. Why? Because the energies of the number 5 are always about chaos, are about breaking things down. And the divine is saying that you don't want to get to a breaking point before you start speaking up. You don't want to get to that breaking point before you start demanding that other people step up and look after themselves. So the divine is saying it is all about being wise and using that wisdom to create not only the boundaries, but to create a balanced life. Because through a balanced life, you are going to be creating that mental freedom that is needed. Okay, so let's have a look at the bottom of this card, what you need to know right now. You're receiving the energies of the number 4. Remember, I told you the number 5 is all about breaking down. You have the number 3, which is all about creativity. And now you have the number 4s, which is about creating stability. So the divine is saying when you are balanced, you're going to be able to create stability for yourself. You're going to be able to let go and move on from things that don't serve you. And part of the things that don't serve you is doing too much for other people when they are capable of doing things for themselves. For some of you, I'm even hearing that you work overtime. Okay, you don't even get paid for it. But there is a sense of you not being able to speak up and to say, hey, I need to get paid for this. You try too much to keep the peace at your expense. And the divine is saying there is a sense of balance that has to be here. You speak up when it is time for you to speak up. You understand that having freedom is imperative, because when you have anxiety, stress, when you're feeling bent out, when your boundaries are being trampled all over, you invite disrespect into your life. And then you fall into that energy of resentment. You fall into the energy of seeing how other people don't show up for you when you always show up for them. Is because they don't even perceive you as needing help, because they always see you as the hero. So again, drop the savior complex and understand that people are very much capable of standing in their own power. Because at the end of the day, if you were not there, what were they gonna do? Okay, so let's have a look to see what our tarot cards have to say, and then we can move forward. First card, the number 5 is back again, and it is connected to your thoughts. The number 5 of swords is all about anxiety, stress, worry. So the divine is saying that you are overly putting yourself under a lot of stress, anxiety, for no reason. Find ways of bringing peace into your life. Find ways of creating boundaries in your life, and find ways of taking your power back. Because the energies of the 5 of swords can also indicate like a fight. Okay, there could be arguments. There just could be like misunderstandings that are going on. And the divine is saying that maybe for some of you in your family, there is misunderstandings because you feel taken advantage of and you feel incapable of expressing how everyone can step up and help. And because of this, instead of addressing the situation for what it is, you start fighting, you start causing chaos. You don't know how to set those boundaries to say, hey, you know, I cooked, someone else can go and do the dishes. I did this, someone else can go and do that. So again, the divine is saying, don't keep on showing up and doing things for other people and then feel resentful whilst you're doing that. The number 4 is back. And again, we already spoke about financial stability. We spoke about freedom. And the 4 of coins is about creating that financial freedom for yourself. So I really like that we've got our hummingbird that is here connected to this energy that is there. I feel that you're really going to be letting go of a lot of things that were creating that anxiety, that burnout, and you're going to be finding ways of how you can freely show up in life, how you can freely be the person that you want to be and create that financial stability for yourself. Remember, I said to you that for some of you, you go to work, you do overtime, and you're not paid for that overtime. But for whatever reason, you are not able to speak up and say, hey, I need my coins. But the divine is saying to you that soon you are going to be able to stand up and say, I need my money. If you're not paying me, I'm not doing overtime. And you're going to be understanding why this is important, because you're understanding that creating your financial stability is key, because the company that you work for can afford to pay you. But they want to see how much they can keep on taking and taking and taking before you step up and you say something. Okay, so one last card, Taurus, and then we are going to move forward. Okay, 2 of coins connected to our card about mental clarity. Okay, having that wisdom. The 2 of coins is about having balance again. Usually in the tarot cards, the 2 of coins is a person who is juggling 2 coins. So for some of you, you're juggling your life-work balance. You're trying to make sure you're showing up for your family as well as show up strong at work. But at the same time, you feel exhausted, you feel tired. And speaking up is going to be important about how other people can help you and assist you. You don't have to do everything by yourself. It's a really clear message that is there, because the divine is saying, literally, some of you, you are at a breaking point, and it's important for you to open up your mouth and to speak. This could be some uncomfortable truths for some people, but nonetheless, your boss needs to know how you're feeling. Your other half needs to know how you're feeling. You need to create that stability that is here, that is important, but not at the expense of your mental health. Okay, so Taurus, this is the message that I have for you. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I'll see you soon. It's a goodbye from me.